dealing. That's all I know.
Very obvious. I don't see him.
He was waiting for a toilet.
Choca la mano, vete, vete. What? What do you mean?
Face. And it's just like tons of.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, we should relax.
The doors do open towards you very quickly. Make sure you're on the coral part of the carpet until they're fully open before you attempt to go through. Got everyone. Got you twice, sir. Oh, you tried to fool me. Yeah, I tried digital, but that beats a good clicker.
Actually, it started long before even my time. It started when dreams and visions of a new world were shrouded in the myths and legends of the American adventure.
There's a land across this ocean I'm waiting to see, a land for these people who dream to be free. So stand by the mainsail, the fierce storms will race, aloft with deep fates our King Neptune will face. You think that these landlubbers never would last, this cargo of pilgrims 12 weeks before the mast. It's land ho, be hearties
Yes, far from welcoming the early settlers, we spoke out with our voices. Then we spoke out with action, with a growing defiance that led to the Boston Tea Party.
Hear ye! Hear ye! By royal proclamation, His Majesty King George III hereby sets...
Look at this! They're closing the harbor!
But surely we can work something out. Our king feels withdrawn.
Your king, you Tory! Either we cut the ties of England, or we submit our own liberty!
Finally, the time had come to speak with one voice in a declaration of independence. Good evening, Mr. Jefferson. Have you finished the new draft yet?
Those are new drafts all over the floor, Dr. Franklin. It seems one stroke of this pen brings two changes from Congress. I told you John Adams should have written this.
Oh, by his own admission, you can write circles around him.
Mr. Adams has not been prisoner in this law for 17 days. I shall continue tomorrow.
You must continue now. Thomas, it is difficult.
That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And to secure these rights,
I shan't spend another night up here.
At least you got shoes, mate. There's not a dozen left what can say that.
Don't tell me, then. Tell the good general, then. Tell him that half his camp has got typhus, smallpox, or dysentery.
And there be not a ration amongst us. Now we can forage for hickliners.
Aye, while the English open indulge in our Philadelphians fine food and drink.
'Tis a strange war we shoulder, George Washington. Congress sleeps warmly in York.
And the British are to be in Philadelphia.
We freeze or starve to death here in Valley Forge.
Takes the valley forge, my horse, forever we must hail. We fight the cold with flexibility as the lobster backs regale.
We still had some things to learn the hard way. Seems a whole bunch of folks found out we the people didn't yet mean all the people. Folks like Frederick Douglass.
Even amidst the cricket song here along Mark Twain's beloved Mississippi, I hear the noise of change and the crack of the whip. Yet there's hope. Hope born from the words of Harriet Beecher Stowe. Uncle Tom's Cabin is giving our nation a key, which can unlock the slave prison to millions. Anti-slavery is no longer a thing to be prevented. It is grown too abundant to be snuffed out like a lantern.
On Ma's birthday.
No. Ain't nothing been ruined today. We're all together. That's what counts. Now, you go ahead, Mr. Brady.
All right, everybody. Hold real still now.
Two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, one wore blue and one wore gray. One wore blue and one wore gray.
rebuild our shattered nation. And a new wave of immigrants would help us do it. From around the world they came, these new Americans. 1,000 noble currents, wrote Herman Melville, all pouring into one. Seems there was a new dawn coming for the American adventure.
Enough! Enough of your words. Endure you.
Together, they have made this country what it is. We are justice. We are equality. Be guaranteed to us and our daughters forever.
Well, here we are, back in the heat of Franklin's Philadelphia again. We're 100 years old today. We came a long way in that first century. But like Susan B. Anthony, we're still speaking out.
And why shouldn't we, Mr. Twain?
As Tom Edison said, discontent is the first necessity of progress.
Edison, afraid I don't place a name.
Edison's that young phonograph inventor. Why, this great hall is filled with new inventions. There's Otis elevators, tallest magnificent steam engines.
And don't forget me telephone, the true hallmark of progress.
Aha! Behold the proud Scots.
That's right. Carnegie Steel built this place.
Aye, and it'll soon build a new concert hall for New York.
Oh, Carnegie Hall, eh? It'll never last. Donating libraries. Andy, that's grand idea.
It's an age for grand ideas.
An era for innovation.
A dawn for new awareness.
A time to challenge the frontiers of a new century. Yes, sir. We soared into the 20th century of the...
Aye, Mr. President. But it won't last if the timber thieves have their way.
John, you may be right, but the country's growth is putting a tremendous demand on our resources.
Any fool can destroy trees. Why, for more than 3,000 years, God has cared for our giant sequoias, saved them from drought, disease.
Non-stop hours after his departure from New York, Captain Charles Augustus Lindbergh successfully landed his fearless St. Louis in Paris last week. Unlimited solo flight across the Atlantic has certainly placed him among the greatest in a long line of American pioneers.
Today, October 29, 1929, Wall Street became America's greatest ball of trouble. This stock market crash has tarnished the golden dreams of millions.
Once I built a tower to the sun, brick and rivet and lime. Once I built a tower, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime?
Spare dime? Sure. Buy 4 of the apple, and I'll loan you back to 10 cents.
Hey, Sam, I heard tell there's New York millionaires that's selling apples too.
You mean ex-billionaires, don't you?
Hey, it looks like the storm is finally letting up. Well, maybe the Sunday drivers will come out hunting for gas. Ain't many folks there itself.
Yeah, I sure hope he's right. Folks could use a little prosperity around these parts.
Yes, sir. Before this depression, we sure had enjoyed special blessings.
Hold it. I think that's Will Rush.
It was a mighty cocky nation. We've begun to believe that the height of civilization was an automobile, a radio, and a bathtub. Of course, now we're a whole lot smarter. Now Congress wants to trim down the Navy so it'll fit into the bathtub too. You know, it seems to me like we're the only nation in the world that waits till we get into a war before we start getting ready for it.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air
Well, Rosie, think you'll ever get this old duck back in the fight?
We'll sure try, sailor. Hey, what did you fellas do? Let the whole Nazi fleet use your target practice? Yeah, no wonder they got us working double shifts. Great way to celebrate the holidays with our minds over there. Cheer up, kids. Maybe we'll all be together by next
I gave you all like 3 different awesome things to do, so. Yeah.